This is Q-tips, pick your side. So what it is, we're going to pick a card.
Yep.
I'm going to read it, and you've got a chalk, so we either strongly agree, disagree, strongly disagree, okay?
Sounds good.
Okay, snooker should ditch waistcoats and bow ties.
Far down can you get?
I'm going to go, not strongly disagree. Do you mean like a blanket? Like even in the World Championship?
Yeah, I
really
think for everything. To be honest, I don't enjoy the way it looks, but it also hampers how well I'm able to play. I feel I don't feel relaxed enough. I feel a bit uptight, and the suit is very tight and things like that. So I think my standard goes up when I'm not wearing it in other events.
Do you not feel though when it's like, do you not get a buzz? You're coming from there, you're putting the gear on, you're ready to play. That doesn't. I used to think I'm putting on my uniform, I'm putting on my working, I'm going to work.
No, it doesn't appeal to me. I'm someone I've always been on the mindset that I want to get fans more involved. So if you're able to wear a shirt supporting your favourite player or stuff, rather than just one individual as a sport, if you're able to wear like Trump, OSullivan, Hendry, I feel like that would just, I don't know, bring the game more up to terms, up to scratch.
Okay.
I can see your point of view as well. And I certainly feel like when you're at your prime, I think it was the whole identity of snooker. And look, I don't mind if the waistcoats and that stay for this one competition. World Championship's always been special, but I would like to see a bit more of it away from other events.
Listening to music before a match helps you prepare.
Yeah,
I'm going to disagree.
I'm the same.
I'm going to disagree. When you're in your dressing room here, what are you doing? I used to read a newspaper just to chill out, basically.
Yeah, me too.
Do you have anyone in there with you, or?
Yeah, do you know what? It bugs me, like when people come in with me. I don't really want them voicing their opinion.
Yeah.
I've said to everyone,
I don't.
I'm fully aware of what to do myself. You know, like, they all mean well.
I couldn't even hold a conversation before because I just don't want to speak to anyone. 10, 15 minutes before I go out.
Well, I make the effort, but a lot of it I'm not. I'm not listening. Do you know?
Yeah.
It's got I've got my own faults.
Yeah, you're just going through the motions.
Going through the motions, and I've said to everyone before I come in this time, I said, nobody's coming with me. I want to go on my own.
Right.
I want to do everything on my own. Right.
Okay.
It is. Yeah. And I've said to everyone, look, you can have tickets, you can come up, but you're not coming with me, and you're not staying. Like, I know. I've always put myself out for people, you know, and you're getting, especially now with the ticket situation as well. Now it's even worse because I'm not good on phones. I know it's not much, but like, they send you emails now, so then you have to forward the emails on. And it bugs me, Stephen.
You're here to work.
Yeah.
You're not here to make sure everyone's happy and if they've got a drink or if they've got you're there to do your job.
That's right. You know that Welsh Open last year, so when I was there pretty much all week on my own, and then my ex-manager and my friends and my family, my kids, they all texted me before the final saying, "Oh, we're on our way."
You don't need that.
I don't want them. I don't want any of them there. No. Do you know what? Looking back at it, I'm glad my kids were there.
Yeah, of course you are, but you don't want to have anything to do with the actual physical way they're getting there and getting their tickets.
No, I know.
That's not your job to do that.
In between sessions as well, go and see the kids. Oh, well, I want McDonald's. Oh no, I want a sandwich. You know, I just like.
It's a nightmare. My head would blow up.
Me too. But don't get me wrong. Best friends in the world.
Yeah, of course.
Family, like.
But it's just at the end of the day, it's not what you're there to do. You're there to win a snooker match.
No, but I mean, it turned out well in the end. So.
The Crucible is my favourite place to play snooker. Oh, he's looking up this end.
Could I just leave it there?
You can leave it wherever you want.
I want to leave it there.
You're in the middle, okay?
I'm right in the middle.
Explain then.
I haven't done well enough here for me to be over that part.
But you've been to one table twice, right?
I know.
And you didn't think that was like just the greatest place to play snooker? I just think it's nowhere like it.
I remember, like for me personally, like I love playing in York.
Okay.
I love the arena there.
Yeah.
I've got the 3 finals there. I've obviously won there.
Yeah.
Playing on the waterfront in Belfast for me is obviously very special. Playing in front of my home fans, winning there 9-8 against John.
Are you in the camp of you're not bothered if it leaves the Crucible, the World Championship?
No, I'm not bothered, but I wouldn't be one that is actively pushing for it to move.
Right, okay.
So again, when it comes to that, I'm right there as well. Like, I think for the game to move on, I think it's inevitable. It's going to move.
I never thought I'd see Mark Allen sit in the fence.
Sorry, mate. It's a strong fence, though.
Snooker should be in the Olympics.
Ooh.
This is a big of you because you're the track and field man, aren't you?
I am. I've covered every Olympics since Athens in 2004, and oh God, I've never thought about it.
Surely gets in front of breakdancing. Come on.
Yeah, okay. Do you know what? Yes, because it is a sport and it annoys me because covering athletics and snooker is a funny mix because you couldn't get two more diametrically opposed sports. One of the arguments against, for instance, sports like golf and tennis is that a lot of true fans of the Olympics would say, unless winning the Olympic title is the ultimate accolade in that sport, it should not be in the Olympics.
So tennis and golf would be,
yes,
an argument.
but I changed my opinion. I was with that.
Yeah.
But when I saw how much it meant to Murray to become the Olympic champion and to beat Federer in the final, and when was it Justin Rose won the first?
Did Murray win that for Scotland or for Britain?
For both, but for Great Britain.
Scotland.
But then when Justin Rose won the inaugural Olympic they had golf back in the day, but the modern day first timer, he said that was one of the greatest things he'd ever done.
I strongly agree, because I think just the skill factor involved is enough.
Say there was a big song and a dance and it was a massive story and snooker got back in the Olympics. Do you think it's possible that an Olympic gold for Scotland, for Great Britain, would have come close to one of your world titles? Or is it just impossible for you to answer that?
It's quite hard to answer, but sitting here now, I would say no. I would say that this is the pinnacle for me. And that would be, my argument against strongly agreeing is that, we've mentioned other sports, golf, and would that be the pinnacle for a snooker player to win it? Where I agree with you, the Olympics should be the pinnacle. So, but I will strongly agree.
Yeah, I would do the same. Yeah.
Okay.
Ronnie OSullivan is the toughest opponent I've faced.
Yeah, I'm going to agree. Okay, explain. You disagree?
I disagree because sometimes you don't know what you're getting with Ronnie. I agree. He's got that aura about him that it makes him 21, 28 points better anyway, just turning up. But to having to really knuckle down and try and beat somebody, I would say Selby's my sort of one of them that's up there that you have to play well.
To be fair, I was probably a bit quick. I should be somewhere around here, really, between disagree and agree.
In between.
Because, Selby, I played with Selby 2 or 3 times, and I must admit, when I see him the way he plays here, I would struggle. Unless I was at my best, I think I would struggle. And but even with Ronnie, as you say, sometimes you could still get chances.
If Ronnie's on fire, then strongly agree.
Yeah.
But if he's not on fire that day, you still might get a few chances in there.
Town chalk is the best chalk to use. I'm gonna go there.
You're sitting on the fence.
I'm gonna sit on the fence.
Because you were one of the last. You don't use triangle, but you stuck with it for quite a long time, didn't you? I think it should be banned.
Yeah,
basically.
I always felt like if it's not broken, don't fix it. I've always had that kind of attitude, and I certainly feel like with the triangle chalk, it's more consistent in the strike. Obviously, the less chalk that's going on the tip is always going to be a little bit more consistent, and that's something that I've kind of battled with. It definitely does help reduce kicks, but still don't think it's the perfect.
Because I was the biggest skeptic of all when it first came out. I stuck with triangle. I thought it's chalk. My opinion a lot of the time is most of the kicks are caused by bad cueing.
I think on the whole is certainly getting better, and it just eliminates excuses for players as well. Normally now when you miss, you kind of know they've missed, whereas before I always felt there was a lot of times where I've missed balls but I haven't actually missed them, and like the commentators get slaughtered, he's missed an easy pot, whereas now if I've missed, I probably have missed.
What colour do you use, blue or green?
Green.
Making a 147 is the toughest thing to do in sport. I can't say.
I got to strongly agree.
Yeah, but
listen, we're biased. So I'm in snooker, and I'm always going to think snooker's the best sport in the world, the most difficult. To have 36 pots in the cue ball to be perfect every time. You can be a little bit out, and you can regain the situation. In golf, you play a bad shot, you can play another shot to get it out of there.
Yeah.
And then you back. You snooker play, if you play a really bad shot, the 147 is finished.
It's gone. Yeah. I sort of strongly agree, but it's because we do it. Because I'm a snooker player.
Many of you had in tournaments?
No, I've only had 3. I've had 3, but I just think because we're snooker players, I don't think it's that difficult.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm just biased.
Do you know what? I bet you can't even remember how many you've had, can you?
Not in practice.
No.
Not in practice. That's what I mean. You get. Say you snooker, but it becomes you get blasé about it, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, in matches is different, isn't it? In matches, it's a lot tougher.
Absolutely.
My phone screen time is too high. I'm going to say yes.
I mean, listen. Say you're practicing in the club, and the other guys at the table, have you got your phone in your hand?
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
It's such a distraction.
I hate when people do that. It annoys me.
Okay.
I wouldn't be like that. But what I would say is, I'd say my screen time.
I've seen like Lazowski. It's like it should be like planted to the they're planted not in his ear.
We were in China for that tournament, and Jack was showing me his screen time was averaging like
12 hours
14 hours or something.
A day.
Ridiculous.
Unbelievable.
But I think it's a bit false, that screen time, because if you have an app open,
Right.
And it's happened to be sitting over there and you're practicing, or you're listening to music, it's
okay.
showing as you're on your phone.
Oh, okay, I didn't know
So
that.
that's a bit different.
I'm not technically.
So I would
a
say,
bit
like, I
that.
think my screen time is probably about 9 hours a day. I'd say I'm
That's still a lot.
probably only on my phone.
All right, okay.
Half that or less.
Okay.
So it probably looks a bit worse.
Okay.
I think that's just this day and age now, mate.
I'm only on checking my followers. That's how I'm on.
So you're not on for very long.
It's still possible to watch snooker just for fun. Why? I'm going to disagree. I'm going to disagree as well. I mean, I watch snooker for a living now, pretty much. It's not fun for me because, and it is fun. I enjoy watching you guys play and everything, but it's not fun in the fact that I want to be out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the thing for me.
So you've played the game at the highest level.
Yeah.
And especially yourself, it must wind you up.
Yeah.
Watching some of these players, that you know that when you was at that level.
I mean, first of all, I'm just jealous of you guys being out there to start with, because it's like to play these amazing venues and stuff. But yeah, to
I
watch.
strongly disagree because I just can't stand watching the game.
I was just going to say that. So
I hate
if you
watching the
get
game.
beat, you never watch. If you're at the tournament, you won't watch it.
No, if
Really?
I get beat, you find me in the pub.
Right, okay.
It's just one of them. Even as a kid, I just never enjoyed watching the game.
Okay.
I don't know if that was a Willie Thorne and Cliff Thorburn sort of
Put you off.
put me off when I first come in.
Yeah, we're the best. We're the best match to watch.
No, I've
but-
never been one for watching the game. Even when a couple of the friends have been playing, that I might watch the last 10, 15 minutes of it. But it's horrible to say, but I find the game boring.
Right.
I can't sit there and watch a full game because I'm thinking, I just want to put the football on or something like that. Just get me away from it all.
Amazing. Snooker will have a world championship winner from China in the next 10 years. I want to be like somewhere here. I'm going to go disagree.
I'm going to go just in between.
Okay, I'm going to nail you down. Who will it be? Si Xiaowei?
I think C's got potential if he's able to recognise what he's doing wrong. I certainly think he's got the potting ability and break building ability. It's just whether he's able to kind of get in his head that he needs to play safe.
Right, okay.
I'm not sure whether some of the Chinese players have not been able to kind of fully comprehend to take themselves to that next level. They kind of have their game and it stays with them for their career. I still feel like there's going to be someone that comes around and blows us away, though.
Okay.
I do, and I feel like maybe that is about 10 years away, where someone's going to come through in the likes of what you did or Ronnie. I don't feel as easy as to do nowadays. He's never going to be coming and blast 7-8 worlds. I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah.
But some of the Chinese players now have that freedom. They were all a bit robotic before.
Right. Yeah.
Now they look a bit more natural in it. And I feel like there's going to be that one player that really comes and storms through.
I put disagree because at the moment I don't see anyone coming through. But as you say, 10 years is a long time. I still don't see anyone in Ding's class at the moment. But as you say, you never know. Snooker can learn from darts how to grow the game globally. I mean, we've got the same owners, so you'd think they would like. I disagree. I don't know that. Yeah, I don't know whether I strongly disagree. Yeah, I do strongly disagree. I think it's a completely different. I don't think we need to learn anything from it. It's a completely different sport, right? It's a completely different atmosphere.
Completely
it's
different.
a completely different selling point. If there's 10,000 in there, there's probably only 200 watching the game seriously. The rest are all having a party. You know, there's an argument of should snooker be an entertainment rather than a sport. That's entertainment to me, darts. Snooker's a sport for me.
I think from that perspective, you could maybe say we could probably change a little to be more entertaining, but you don't want to lose that history of the sport and you want to the traditionalness of it. It's hard because I've been to darts. I love the darts, but it's a completely different night out.
Yeah.
No, you're there for a drink. Now, I think actually they done a survey at the Premier League darts, and only 17% of the people that were going were actually there for the darts. They're there for the drink. They're there for whatever else. And like at the end of the night, the last thing you want. People throwing their drinks everywhere and they're trying the snooker. So
exactly. So I don't know.
It's to their own, but not for me.
Well, we strongly disagree. Snooker should utilise technology to improve.
I'm going to go agree.
So what technology do you think?
I think more, not on the lines of cues or anything like that. I think more on the lines of how the viewer can watch it on the TV. Maybe ball speed and stuff like that, like you maybe now see in golf. Snooker is a little bit behind on that. And
what do you think about using the spotted white? Because some people, we did it in the 900, and some of my friends were saying it was amazing to watch snooker being played with the spotted white because you could see the spin.
I absolutely hate it.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. I hate it. For me, it's very, very off-putting. I think playing the whole life with just a normal whiteboard to then go to that is kind of off-putting. So on the way that it's viewed on the TV, I've maybe more for the viewer to kind of see what they're doing. And maybe if they can have an accurate representation where they hit the white for that certain shot and stuff like that. I think.
I put disagree. Basically, I wasn't thinking like you're thinking about the TV side of thing. I just put like technology. I mean, I've seen the sort of introduction of the carbon cues.
Different cues,
this year, and Anthony McGill, and it didn't work for me. Yeah, in terms of technology, basically, it's always going to be you, the cue, and the table, isn't it, and the balls.
I think with the cues, I think it's always going to be a challenge. Right. I think you're always going to be very close to what it is now. I just think technology-wise on the TV, maybe they could...
Right, okay. Maybe like a shot tracer in golf.
Yeah, exactly. Something more like that. Yeah,
an idea. Okay.
Cue ball control is the most vital part of a player's game.
I'm going to strongly agree.
Put it in between, really.
In between, okay.
Yeah, agree.
You put it where you want, okay.
Agree.
Why did you just agree not strongly? Because I believe that cue ball control is everything.
I won a tournament last year without having good cue ball control. You know, no, because like honestly, like 19, 20 years of age, getting in the club, filling up the ball with 100 breaks, my game's completely different.
Right, okay.
But I won a tournament last year and I'm a better player now through just having a bit of knowledge around the table and I fancy myself pretty much against anyone in the safety department.
Okay.
So you can get away with making, probably not here, because longer frames, you can get away with making 40 and 50s. Obviously in an ideal world you'd have both, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
But it don't seem to happen both at the same time. So
I
that's why I put agree, but not strongly agree.
Okay.
Ronnie OSullivan's Q Action is the greatest of all time. Wow.
Yeah, I'm going to disagree as well. I think his cue action is unique to him. I don't like the way he aims down on the cue ball.
Okay.
And I think because he's so talented, he gets away with it. I think if you taught someone to do that, they'd be putting unwanted side all over the ball, and it'd be very hard to control. I mean, we're nitpicking with like the greatest player of all time, right? But I mean, whenever he misses, it's a decel because he has got that long backswing. So you're talking about the techniques of the cue action. I think there is faults in it. I think there's sort of. I mean, if you look at Neil Robertson, if you were going to build a snooker player, he'd probably be up there.
It's not level. It's very steep.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of movement.
Yeah.
There's a lot of movement. But what I would say about Ronnie's, if you just took this one aspect of his cue action, I'd have it over here.
Yeah.
His final delivery, there's zero movement and it's just straight through. That's perfect. The final delivery is just perfect.
Oh, the way he strikes the cue ball, you can't pick a fault with that.
Before that, is far from perfect and something you definitely wouldn't teach. And like you said, the talent that he has, but there must be hard work to go with it.
Yeah.
Just gets him through and helps him get away with it. Sean's is a great cue action, but it's quite loopy.
Yes.
I think Robertson's the one for me. Robertson just looks perfect.
Well, we both disagreed. Well, the GOAT is the best cue action in the world, okay? Jimmy White is the best entertainer that snooker has ever seen.
I really.
This is horrible.
God.
This is horrible. I didn't even know it was on. I had no clue it was on that card.
You can't ask me that. That's like asking someone to choose between their mum and their dad.
And I'm not going to sit in the fence. I refuse to sit in the fence. I'm going to disagree.
I'm going to go there because of his generation. Okay, I'm going to go there.
Well, no, yeah. I mean, if you talk about his generation,
of his generation,
it'd be straight there.
He's over there.
Straight there. Yeah.
But I think he's a great entertainer. But he's not the. You can't strongly agree with that because he's not the only entertainer, is he?
No, I think if you look at the way what Ronnie has done and the way he's done it, 147s in 5 minutes and 19 seconds and everything. And we obviously had Alex Higgins back in the day, who was hugely entertaining to watch. You know, I was all right, but yeah, I would disagree. Although Jimmy was my hero when I first started. When I got a table like this, actually, loved watching him play, and as I say, he was my idol. But in terms of the best entertainer the game's ever seen, I think it's got to be Ronnie.
And you know that funny statistics that Phil Yates came up with? Alex Higgins is 13 years older than Jimmy. Jimmy is 13 years older than Ronnie, and Ronnie is 13 years older than Judd. Wow. So you've got multiple generations.
And I even forgot about Judd.